Okay guys, I actually had to put a long piece of track on here, and I had to put my bumpers at each end because it's kind of hard holding the camera and doing stuff at the same time. Anyway, see if I can do this without too much of... oops. Sorry that I'm holding the camera without being on the tripod, so... Anyway, I'll zoom in on this spot right here. What we do is we go into Tools, we open Throttle, and then we would click on New Throttle. But I've already got the throttle pulled up, so I don't need to click on it. So we're just going to shut the tool menu, and I zoom out a little bit here. Now, you can put your own pictures in there. For some reason it pulled up that picture. Right now this is how the throttle looks. I can change the different... I can make the throttle look different. I can move the picture, whatever I want to do. But what we're going to do first off is we're going to hit reverse, and then I'm going to slide this thing up and bring it all the way back to the bumper almost. And as you see, it's right there. Now, I'm going to zoom out. I'll put you back on the tripod. Go back on. Here we go. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna have to lean this camera down. Hopefully you'll be able to get a good view. And I'm trying to see what's going on the little screen. I'm gonna actually move the tripod in, so hopefully we don't get you sick. Yeah, I know I say that a lot. Okay, so I'm actually going to let you see that the controller, my NCE cab controller, is sitting right there. And I wonder, I cannot get everything in the picture. Let's see if we can, I'm trying to see if I can't get everything in the picture so you can see that I'm not cheating, and that this NCE system actually, with JMR, actually works. Ah, there we go. Okay, so you've already heard the truck move backwards. So all I do is I got a throttle here, and because I got a touch screen I can do it this way. You normally just drag it with the mouse and move it up, but okay, it's in reverse, so we need to switch it to forward. So we're going forward now. And it doesn't want to let me drag it, so, and these tracks have been around for a while, so they may not be totally clean, but there we go. And I don't know how well these things really run, but as you can see, it's moving normal. So, I know I should have brought a sound engine down and ran that, but I just wanted to show you guys how this NCE system works. And now if I want, I can just hit reverse again. Now there's a lot more to this whole system. The tracks are just a little dirty, but as you see, works pretty good. I do have a question for you guys now. I don't know if there's a difference between the turntables or not. Maybe I grabbed the wrong gauge of track or what I did, but okay. That is code 100 sitting off to the end of the turntable. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in here. Let's come down a little bit. Anyway, if you look at this, when this sits right here, you know, when I hook, you know, I got obviously going to have stuff, you know, cork underneath it. There is quite a difference between the track and the bridge level. I just want to know, is this normal, or Did I buy a Code 83 bridge, or what's going on here? I mean, I can use Code 83 on this thing if I have to, or whatever code I have to. I didn't see it anywhere where it said what track it needs. So if you guys know something that I don't know, please let me know. Next video, if I can get these tracks starting to get lined up, get the cork down, I'd like to get that done, and maybe we can start programming that. This is the, I'll zoom out here. This unit here is the programming unit. There's a Ethernet cable hanging out the bottom. I'm sure you've probably seen this on other people's videos. But I think that's going to be the last of the updates, because it's already Monday and I have to go back to work tomorrow. I may play with this a little bit if I get some time, but don't really think I'm going to get much time to do this. But I really could use your guys' feedback on this. If you know anything about it, great. I am going to go online and find some videos and see if I did something wrong, or if I just need to get some different track. I know James has the exact same turntable, so I'm going to ask him if he had any difference in height as well. If I can get a hold of him. I think he's moving, so I'm going to just email him through one of his videos and see if I can get any information from him. But yeah, if you guys know, let me know, because I could really use the help on this one. Alright, till next, what do we got? Till 2 weeks. I got a train show in 2 weeks, so hopefully we'll have some more goodies, because I really haven't bought anything other than the Kato I showed you earlier. Alright, see you guys. Alright, well, I gotta get my video editing software on this computer, but right now what you're looking at is, if you haven't messed with JMRI before, this JMRI. I've already set up the NC system through. It took me a little bit. I completely forgot I had to download new drivers for my tripwire, which is a Keyspan product. I'm actually going to step behind the camera here, and I'm going to bring the camera all the way back out. So, okay, as you can see, there's my my screen and everything. Now, if I pan in, that little piece right there with the LED on it is my Keyspan USB. What that gives me is a US 232 port to USB. Now, I'm going to pan back out here so I don't make you sick real badly. If you notice, that's my computer sitting next to it. That serial port plugged into the top of the CSO2 is what's giving me the connection. Now right now I have no way of showing you. I mean, I could make a connection, I guess, to a track again like I had before. Let's do that actually. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to come back. I'm going to set up a track, connect power to the track, and then I'll pull up throttle on the screen. And I don't know if I can, I'll probably have to hold the camera to do this so I can show you, but I'm going to leave the old throttle sitting on the desk and we're not going to use it at all. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Alright guys, I got an update for you here. So as you can see, I got the styrofoam on. I ended up using a Loctite product. It's actually probably a tube you can see way over by next to my Elmer's glue. Now I did have some problems with the foam bowing just a little bit, so I had to use some Elmer's glue and hold the table down while it's drying. So I probably won't get the turntable in this week, which was something I wanted to get. Now, I had told you I was going to build a piece for underneath. Well, here's what I have done so far. Actually, I'm going to take this off the stand so I can show this to you. Okay, so I know I talked about using 2 tracks coming in, but then I realized that if I cut this piece of flex track right in here, but right in here, that puts the snap switch further enough forward to create the second branch. As you see, I've got a mess down there because I've been messing with my my NCE here. So what I've got here is the top box is a CS02, which is Command Station 02, and then the bottom one is the PV, or actually I believe the bottom one, yeah, the bottom one's the CS02, the top one's the power booster. That's a 5 amp power booster. Pretty much what we got is this big huge power supply here, this transformer, is bringing my DC power in, and it's coming right to here, and it goes into a 4 plug. 2 sides is the power coming in from the transformer, and this black and green wire that you see here, see if I can get, I don't know if you can see it very well, is my program track. Well, we're not going to be using those, so we're just going to set them aside. Then we've got, I thought it was well, that's actually the wrong one. This smaller plug here, if I unplug it here, you'll see it's actually quite a bit smaller than a normal RJ12 plug, so that's only meant for the 2 units to talk back and forth. And then right here I have my throttle plugged in, which is right there, and yes, that is from the power cab. I started out with a power cab, and then I bought these 2 parts so that I could run bigger railroad. 3 amps wasn't enough, and kind of wondering if 5 amps is going to be enough in the end. But anyway, as you can see, they both have a separate power supply. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to plug this mess in quick, and that'll give us power. Okay, looks like we're on, and we're on there. Okay, so what I did is, my original setup was just right there from the track. There's these green and red wires coming out. Right now I've already got the green hooked up to right here, and I don't know why I took this off, but I had it on the track. Just for right now, this is just to kind of show you I've got things working now. I've never readdressed this little Trackmobile, so it should be okay. So we're gonna, let's see, got the wrong number in there. So you're gonna select logo 3, enter. Okay, now if I did everything right, which it may or may not have done it right, I have nothing flashing. As far as I can tell, I got a full power to the track. I've never run this either, so I'm not sure if that's the problem. Oh, there we go. I see it sneaking forward. So as you see, I got full DCC control. Now this thing's just got a little directional controller in it, and that's it. Well, directional and speed. But so that shows that we got DCC working. Next step, I'm going to be putting I don't know if you can see it there. There's a partial. There's a table sitting there. That table's going to go right there. And I'm going to transfer all my DCC equipment over there where this mess is. And then we're going to hook the computer up. And I'm going to show you how I set up JMRI. Hey guys, well, I'm back from another 2 weeks of work. I started doing a little bit of work down here today. I did get another table built. I'll show you that here in just a few minutes. Let's see. Been thinking all week, trying to think of some new things I need to work on. One of them is my staging yard, which I'll show you here in just a minute. And as you seen last week, I've got the touch screen installed. The computer's still upstairs. I've got my NC system right here. This is all part of the powerhouse. This is going to be one of the updates in this video. Is I'm going to go through and show you how I install this. We're going to hook it up to the computer, and I would like to install JMRI and show you guys just the basics of JMRI. I'm sure a lot of you already know it, but thought just for the heck of it I'd do it so future reference. If anybody ever needs a video to know how to do JMRI, they have it. So without breaking the video, let's just start here. I have a table here that I built. I went to Menards again and bought another 2 sheets of plywood. As you can see, I took the pink foam off the table. What I did is this is 33.5 inches across, and it's 8 feet long. I know I said I was going to go shorter so it fit in between the legs, but then I decided, well, why shouldn't I reach all the way back to the wall? Because then we get a little bit longer. Now I've been playing with ideas. I've got a couple other ideas in my head, and one of those may end up being how this is going to work. And I'm having problems with this tripod again, so you have to excuse it. The camera gets a little bouncy. But I went down to the local train shop. Hold on a second here. I'm going to flip the camera so I can see what it's doing. Anyway, our little local train shop has a lot of European stuff. He kind of got to spend a few years over there, the owner did, and so first off, this is Hornby Straight Track. You can see it's not flexible, but the nice thing is about it is if you do need to make a small bend, you can make it work. Just gonna get the sticker out here. What my plan is just to use these because they're easy to work with, and I'm missing a few track clips here right now, but I'm just going to kind of show you. I'm just going to kind of throw these out here and show you what my idea is here. I bought a couple other things while I was there, and I'll show you those too. I happened to find a couple of number 6s I didn't even know I had. I think I actually bought some junk at a thrift sale and got them with that. So, but this is kind of like the idea that I'm playing with. I don't know how well you can see that. I'm looking at cascading the yard from one side, but I may have to do a little bit more. I figured I needed 5 more switches, but I don't know how well you can see it, but right there, yeah, you can see it there, I drew a line. That's kind of following the main track coming off the switch. So if I bring this up past the Kato box there. You see I've kind of got the switch lined up. Pretty much what I'm guessing, is, even though this ain't going to line up perfectly on the line, is where I just set these tracks. I gotta zoom out, this camera's gonna make you sick if you see it like that. Pretty much along that long line, all the way down to here, and as you see, there's maybe 18 inches, maybe 2 feet there at the most. And I definitely don't want to bring switches all the way out like that. So what I may end up doing is creating a crossover up there in the middle. Let me see, what I'm going to do here is probably right where the Kato box is. I'm thinking of then running 2 main lines down the center and then spur out from those main lines. So that's kind of my idea. So now I'm sure now that you've seen the Kato box, you're like, well, what's in the Kato box? So while I was at the train shop, the FedEx guy came and with the box from Wathers, and the owner, well, the manager, whatever you want to call him, is a good friend of mine, and get away with just about anything there. They bring the box in. Half the time us customers cut the box open and look before Charlie even sees what's in the box half the time. Well, I've been out running around the country, of course, driving semi, and I've seen a lot of Union Pacific and Canadian National and BNSF out there running around along with other stuff. Well, if I can get this plastic piece out of here. Anyway, I do have another SD40-2 mid. God, that's really dark. I'm going to see if I can set it down here on the track or something, and we'll take a good look at it. It's a nice little engine. It's really easy to put decoders on them, and of course Kato puts the speaker unit inside the tank, so you can very easily do that. I'm not really going to do a review. I'm just going to kind of show you this. I think it's kind of nice little engine. Hold on a second, there we go. It kind of caught my eye, and I'm like, okay, Union Pacific's been running them, and I've seen a few on Canadian National running them, plus I've seen BNSF running a few Canadian Nationals, a few Union Pacifics here and there. So I thought, why shouldn't I have a BNSF on the layout, which, it could end up expanding, and we have a third line on there. Not to mention, I do have a couple other lines, but they're all steam. So yeah, so far this is just what I've got. I bought this weekend, and I'm thinking of getting a couple more number 6s so I can build this tree, because I don't know, I just don't see me having enough space for storage if I'm trying to branch off. Let's widen back out. So, if I had, I hate doing this while I'm on the camera, but, and yes, I'm going to use the snaps on these. I don't feel like wasting my time. Not that it's a waste of time, just that I don't know if I feel like spending the time putting everything else underneath. This especially when I can get just as many controllers off them, and nobody's really going to see this anyway. So I hate this. I got to get a better tripod. This I don't know why, but this tripod is so wiggly. Anyway, this is what I'm thinking. This is number 6 is here. All my main lines are going to run number 8s. So I'm just thinking that if I run 2 of these, one on each side, and then just kind of I don't know, put one out the back side. See if I can get this camera to stay. Pretty much, say like, we'd have to probably come back in, but we'd have like a crossover unit like this, where then we'd have a switch here and a switch here. Coming into those two facing the other direction. So that's kind of the idea. I'd like to get this finished this weekend, but I don't think it's going to happen. No, like I said, these tracks are Hornby, and they're nice little straight tracks. So what we're going to do next, I'm going to look at one other little product that Hornby makes that I've been toying with the idea of making my own. See if I can find the end of the tracker here. There we are. Okay, so Hornby makes these little, of course they call them a buffer stop, but all you have to do is you just set these down so they're on either side of the outside of the rail. It does take a little bit to get them to snap in there. No, watch, it won't snap in there with me doing this and I'll break one. Then you might look, oh there, it did snap in. But anyway, I thought that'd make a nice little buffer stop, a nice end of line or whatever. They do have kind of, I don't know, they look like they're supposed to be metal. So I'm thinking about painting them so they're rusty. Because everyone I've ever seen, of course, is homemade with a piece of track up twisted together behind them, because this area never used to be that popular with trains until the sand plants came in. So I got I think what I get 5 of these, and I grabbed 7 pieces of track just for now, and I did get I got a whole case of cork, so once we're ready to start laying track, we should be able to do that pretty easily. This, like I said, is going underneath, and of course I'm trying to shoot stuff all around the room while I'm talking. Anyway, I measured the turntable. This is the one thing I forgot to mention that was part of my plans for this weekend while I'm home, is even if this part don't get done at all, which is fine if it don't, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get enough switches, since Atlas switches are kind of hard to get still. But I would like to get the turntable set in and maybe program one stop on it, and lay one track on it, and get one of my DCC engines. This one here is actually DC. I have to get it's got DCC light control board, but that's all it has. Otherwise the motors all run on DC right now, but it's just a matter of squeezing some little pins together on the top and popping them out, because like I said, I have another one like this, and I actually have a sound bug in there as well. I have been having some problems with the sound bug, and I'm waiting for a reply back from Digitrax on it. But yeah, this is the first of the updates for the weekend. Hopefully next time we do the update, we're either decided on the track plan on this, or we will have the hole cut in the middle. I do have a router, and if I can find it, it's hiding on me here somewhere. But I did buy, oh, right here. I bought one of these little bits. I don't know how well you can see it. Oh, yeah, you can see it pretty good. That's an 1/8 inch bit, and that just cuts a normal, like, it's meant for cutting a slot in the wood, but you can set it deep enough so it'll cut down into the plywood, because it'll cut up to, let's see, 5/16 and 3/8. Last time I looked, it smaller than 5/16, I think. Now somebody's going to correct me on my math, I just know it. Anyway, so we'll be able to get, I'm hoping to actually get that hole cut, and get the styrofoam put back on, glued down, and have the hole cut out of the styrofoam. So I'm going to quit yammering on here and get back to work, and when I get something done, I'll give you guys another update.